Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, May 3rd, 2023. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Right after I upload this, I am headed to Chevy's for a free breakfast in support of the Samaritan House, and you should too. Opens at 7 a.m., closes at 10 a.m. Be there or be square. But we are here for some news, so let's get into it, shall we? A strange update to a story we brought you yesterday. There was the woman that was stabbed on Newtown Drive on Monday afternoon. We knew that the incident was domestic related, but now we know that she was pregnant, and it was her husband who did the stabbing. Now, he fled the scene for reasons still unknown, and he was killed a few hours later on Route 50 near Maryland 193 in Bowie when state police said he walked into traffic and was struck by a tractor trailer. Hey, if you have a toddler and want to put them in pre-K next school year, registration is open. There are programs for 4-year-olds in 58 of our schools and programs for 3-year-olds in 8 of our schools. Kiddos must be 3 or 4, depending on which program you want to register them, by September 1st of 2023. And this year, they're going to do it a little bit differently. They're not going to give a first-come, first-served type of admission. They're going to process them according to, quote, priority groups, which do include lower-income households, disability, non-English speaking families, homeless students. All the details, what you can need to submit, and the online application can be found at aacps.org/earlychildhood. And one head scratcher for me. One of the required documents is proof of residency. They require 2 types, a mortgage or a lease, and a current utility bill. I think that might be difficult for somebody that may be homeless. Later this week, Annapolis will officially open the new Public Works facility. It was a long time coming for sure. It is nearly an $11 million project on Hudson Street, and part of the old facility was laden with asbestos and actually condemned by the city. Now, former Mayor Panelides had a contract to remediate it and rebuild it, and actually had a groundbreaking ceremony. And then he lost the election, and current Mayor Buckley canceled that contract. We've not been able to find out exactly what that may have cost the city. He wanted to give that land to a developer to develop housing, and in return, the developer was going to give him a piece of property that he had next to the American Legion for public works. That was right there on Forest Drive. Neighborhoods pitched a fit, and that deal went south. Then the city needed to finally find a place, and they found a space to buy on Hudson Street. So this has been a long time coming, as I said, probably at least 7 or 8 years. And here's a warning for you, because tickets always sell out, and this one is particularly interesting. Profs and Pints is coming back on May 24th at the Graduate Hotel, and Dr. Michael Kimmage is a professor at Catholic University and a former State Department advisor on Russia and Ukraine, and we'll be talking about the war, potential implications for an escalation into Europe and beyond. Also, he's got some insight into Putin's head from his experience. Profs and Pints.com/Annapolis for tickets. Get them quick. This is the part of the show that I say, I told you so. The Paca Girlfriends Party is sold out of general admission tickets. It didn't take too long for that. There are still a few VIP ones left. You snooze, you lose. And here is another warning. Bands in the Sand, June 10th. They are nearly sold out when I last checked, so get them now. It will be a magical evening. And that's just the opposite. They don't have any more VIP, but they do have a few general admission left. All right, that is a wrap on the news. Up this Saturday on the Local Business Spotlight, we're speaking with Karen Timer-Brown, who is the new-ish CEO for Historic Annapolis and all that they are doing. Next week, I think it's going to be Intrinsic Yacht. And you do want to check out that bonus pod we dropped yesterday afternoon with Gaelic Storm and the Annapolis Irish Festival. And if I can swing it, you should see another VIP, which is a very important podcast, a little bit later today with the Anne Arundel County Food Bank on their continuing needs and a very fun party and event where you can help out. All right, let's put this puppy to bed with a quick thank you to you and also to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief: Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and the Maryland Higher Education Commission. So now you just need to hang tight. George Young from DCMDVA Weather is standing by with your only locally forecast weather report you will find. And Bridget, also known as BeeprBuzz, just sent me her Annapolis After Dark segment, and I guess she must have been hanging with the boys last night. Anyhow, all that's coming up in just a bit, so hang tight.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, May 3rd. It was a chilly, mostly gray day yesterday for the Annapolis region, and today will bring more of the same before gradual improvements tomorrow and Friday lead to a really nice weekend for the entire mid-Atlantic. Look for cool highs again today in the mid or upper 50s with mostly cloudy skies, slightly breezy winds, and an ongoing chance of some sprinkles or light rain showers with similar conditions tomorrow, though temps will at least climb up into the mid-60s or so with mostly sunny skies then Friday, as temps get into the upper 60s to maybe lower 70s in a few spots, ahead of a weekend of sunshine with highs Saturday 67 to 74 degrees and 70 to 77 degrees on Sunday. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DC MDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And don't forget, follow DC MDVA Weather on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
The music scene in Anne Arundel County is popping, and sometimes it's hard to sort through it all. From blues to pop, from funk to ska, BeeprBuzz has it all covered for you in this week's Annapolis After Dark.
Good morning, Annapolis. BeeprBuzz here with your Annapolis After Dark weekend music highlights for Wednesday, May 3rd through Sunday, May 7th. Go to the socials for Annapolis Streaming and BeeprBuzz, and also both websites for the full schedule. We update the event and all websites with changes and cancellations so you know before you go. AnnapolisStreaming.com and BeeprBuzz.com. Live music for today, Wednesday. Larry Lay is back tonight at Brian Baru and the happy hour that lasts as long as he plays. Just down the road, Sydney Smith will be at Severna Park Tap House solo. Scribe will be at EDC in Eastport, but you must be a member or signed in by a member to attend. Michael K., a Pretty Big Deal, will be at Middleton Tavern. Shane and Ryan from Moran Trip Band Duo will be at Santa Joe's on West Street. Thursday, get to the point for Dan Haas. Kevin Pollock, multi-instrumentalist, will be at the Metropolitan on the rooftop. Jason and Matt of Troll Tribe Duo will be at Annapolis Market House. Dana B. will be at Brian Brew in Severna Park. It's also the first Thursday of the month, which means beer release night at all Rams Head locations where you get to keep the glass. This month is Golden Hour, and may the 4th be with you. PJ and Neil will also be back playing over at Rams Head Roadhouse during it. Also on Thursday, Moran Trip Band will be at Dark Horse Thursday night. Weekend music, DJ Dirty Panda will be at Dock Street both Friday and Saturday nights. Friday music, which is also Cinco de Mayo, at Caliente Grill on the Forest Drive corridor on the Neck, a mariachi band will start at 1 p.m. They will have kids face painting, tequila happy hour, and more live music for the evening. They get my vote for the best spicy guacamole and ceviche in town. But if you've followed BeeprBuzz through the years, you already know this. You can also start with happy hour at Blackwall Hitch with Dana B. and then stay for Michael McHenry Tribe. At the EDC and the MRE, a Cinco de Mayo celebration fundraiser for AM/FM, which we all love to support because they support our musicians when they are unable to perform due to illness or if the gig cancels on them and they lose money. Live music from Guava Jelly, Hypnotic Panties, Kevin and Mike from the Eastport Oyster Boys, Oh No, One Night Only Band, and the West Street Revival Band. Food will be by the Aztec Food Truck. I am happy to announce another new music venue that will open on Cinco de Mayo in Hanover. Sparks at the Clarion will open with opening act Lost and Found Trio Band Friday night. The National Bohemians will be at Brian Brew in Severna Park. Down the street, Red Buddy and the Ruckus will be Rockin' Romelos. Scott Voorhees will be at Sullivan's Cove, also in Severna Park. At the Green Turtle and Gambrels, DJ Sick Turtle will be at their Cinco de Drinko party, where they're going to have a mechanical bull and $1 margaritas. Natalie Zerga will be joined by Delia, our percussionist who we all know from our music scene and love. They'll be over in Edgewater at their Senior Chili. Then at the other Senior Chili in Arnold, you'll find two bands, All You Need Band with Nate Finn and Doug Segree Band. Chris Button will be at Santa Joe's Riverside, and end the night with Meerkat Nation at Santa Joe's on West Street. Saturday, start with breakfast at Bread and Butter Kitchen in Eastport with music by Josette and Bill. The Annapolis Irish Festival will be at Anne Arundel Fairgrounds with music by Bohemia, Hold Fast, Bastard Bearded Irishman, and Gaelic Storm. Use my code for 20% off all general admission tickets. The code is IrishBeep23. Also on Saturday in Arnold, the annual St. Baldrick's at O'Loughlin's, music by Hold Fast and the Leftovers. Hurricane Kevin will be in Market Space in front of Federal House. The Grilled Lincolns will be at the White Oak Tavern in Ellicott City. Honey Soul will be up at Rumor Reel in Pasadena. Over on the shore, Reagan Mears will be at 80s Rockin' the Jetty. Jennifer Schimpf will be at Smashing Grapes in Annapolis. Mixed Business will be at Dark Horse in Annapolis. Sunday Fun Day, start with morning music at Grumps on the Neck with Guava Jelly Duo. Richard Hayward will be at Galway Bay. And Nate Finn and Jock Schenk will be back together again at the Annapolis Market House on Sunday afternoon. Remember, these are just the highlights. Find the full schedule of music for all of Annapolis and the surrounding areas on the Annapolis Streaming Facebook event and on the websites AnnapolisStreaming.com and BeeprBuzz.com, spelled BeeprBuzz. I'll see you out there.
Did you get close to completing your college degree but dropped out during the COVID pandemic? Well, as a near completer, you may be eligible to receive money from the Maryland Higher Education Commission to finish your degree. Again, if you started your degree but for whatever reason never finished it, the Maryland Higher Education Commission has money to help you return to college and finish what you started. Go to mhec.maryland.gov and click on the Near Completer grant to learn more.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues. This is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at EyeOnAnnapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.